All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Yeah, I'm doing something, just trying to do something. Let's hope this works. Okay. I have no idea if this will work because I did the transcription, so and the closed captioning, so hopefully people will see that, etc., and it will be helpful. All right. So again, let me start from the beginning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And today, my good friend Laura Hosford is back with us. And we are going to be talking about, what is it? Activating your holy grail feminine powers of radiant sexuality, inspired creations, and love magic. Whew, I love that. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be learning why healing your womb chalice is the key to restoring your divine feminine energy. We're going to learn how you can clear old wounds and traumas that need to be healed for you to step into your radiant sexuality, creative inspiration, and high-level relationships. We're going to talk about and learn why healing and restoring the full creative power of your womb center is one of the most important things that humanity can do at this time, as the womb encodes much of humanity's patriarchal trauma. We're going to understand your womb as a divine vessel of sacred creation for birthing your new heaven on earth reality. We're going to learn a simple healing womb practice today to begin activating the dormant powers of your womb center. And we're going to experience a deep healing activation meditation journey into the black light of Divine Mother's cosmic womb with Mother Mary. Woo, a lot. We've got a lot going on. So I'm so excited. And Laura Hosford, like I said, is back with us. She's been with us many, many times. We love having her here. It's always a high vibe show. The processes that she brings through are always so powerful. So I'm excited to work with our wombs again. And Laura is, for those of you who don't know, Laura is a sacred oracle and goddess of light emissary for the divine feminine Christ consciousness. She's also a womb priestess and ceremonial frequency rebirther, a shamanic ordained minister, master akashic records teacher, light language channel, intuitive energy healer, and ancient grandmother, sacred land keeper, pre-whisperer, and retreat leader. And she uses her spiritual gifts of channeling celestial beings of light ascended masters, including Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary, Saint Germain, Sananda, Kuan Yin, and Archangel Michael. She also works with Archangel Metatron, Melchizedek, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Council of Light, Inner Earth beings, and the galactic spiritual forces to assist in anchoring sacred feminine, galactic, and Lemurian energies into the new Earth grid system. She does a lot. So I'm so glad that you're here today with us, Laura. I'm so glad you're back, and I'm excited to learn more about the womb and how we can use its transformative powers to create our reality, right? And at the same time, really be comfortable with who we are as divine feminine embodied women in this reality right now. So let's start talking about this. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, just we can start with really the role of what our wombs you know, are really the keys, Alara, to birthing, our heaven on earth reality. And I think that's really a lot in that, what I just said, a lot to take in, because we're learning as women, and I don't want to exclude men because men as well, even though when men don't have the ability to birth babies, they don't have a womb like we do for birthing life, but they do have a womb on the soul level, and they still have a horror line that they still also birth creation. So this is for them as much as it is for us, the women, today as well. And that we are coming into a very special time on the earth plane, as we all can see from everything that's happening on the earth plane today, and that there are so many opportunities that are being presented to us today that we have not been able to um, we haven't been at this place ever really before, in time, as far as humanity is concerned. We've superseded all the previous incarnations. And so we're coming into a new time and a new way of being. We talk about light in the quantum field, and we talk about in the fifth dimensional, and you know, and so what's happening is that it's really about the liberation of our wombs and the resurrection of our holy womb power. So what I say by that is that everything that comes into form, everything that comes into matter, everything that comes into this earth is birthed through a womb. So if you just think about that for just a minute and just really take that concept in, it's a pretty big statement, to get your arms around. And so it also points to this very deep truth that we have as women, because as women with wombs to birth forth life, we can birth forth other creations, other ideas, other inspirations. And we actually came to do that in this lifetime. We actually came to really liberate our wombs and reclaim the power of our wombs, which has really been suppressed for many thousands of years. And we don't have to necessarily get into all the reasons why it was suppressed, but I want to focus today on helping everyone to really begin to understand, more about this concept, which is really beginning to become it's almost becoming the leading edge now in the spiritual circles. I'm sure you've seen more people talking about the womb and it's popping up. Well, it's coming in for a reason, because where we've been so working on, opening our pineal and really activating the pineal, the Christ consciousness antenna. We've been working on our heart. We've been working, a lot on our throat chakra and opening our throat chakra. Um, and, all of that is part of the rewiring of our full body system. I like to say our whole body, because as we move into the fifth dimension, we will be living a very different experience of living from our body as a whole being again. And whereas in the third dimensional experience, we were primarily living from maybe the left or maybe the right brain, or, a lot of us who are in this community and communities like us have been able to open our hearts and live from the hearts up in those upper chakras. But now Mother Divine is giving us sort of a new marching order, if you will, and she's sort of, nudging us very lovingly and very gently to begin to re-explore
Mhm.
the lower chakras again, the first, second, and third chakras, and the womb chakra. And so why the womb? Because this is all the feminine. This is the feminine. From the upper half of the body is really the masculine and the sky energy, the heaven energy. But really, when you get into the lower three chakras and you get into the womb chakra, or really it's more than a chakra, it's really, I call it now womb center. It
Mhm.
is your center of creation. It is where all of the creation that you are birthing consciously and unconsciously is still happening in every moment. So this is where we can have the impact that we want to, the change we want to see in the world, right? That we all want. And so, in order to effect that change, right, those divinely inspired ideas and visions and desires of the heart that we have to birth it through our womb into this physical plane of the earth reality. And so, this process of birthing through the womb, that is not new, and we've been doing it, but we've been primarily doing it from a very unconscious position. And so now we want to flip that. We want to move it into a more conscious, intentional way of creating, because this is how we are going to birth the new heaven into the new earth reality, through conscious intention and through consciously remembering how uh, to connect with the power of our womb. Now, the power of our womb, when we talk about that, this is your portal. So this is your portal and gateway, okay, through what's called the Nadu Bindu point. The Nadu Bindu point is the point that we enter and exit through the womb, that we enter and exit through the womb back to the cosmic womb of Divine Mother that I call the black light. The black light is the unmanifested sort of formlessness, if you
Mhm.
can think of it that way. And so it's constantly creating. Mother Divine, or organic mother, is constantly emitting this formless energy that was even before sound. Okay. And so inside of our wombs as women, we also can connect directly to this portal or this gateway of the black light, which is really pure. It's just pure feminine energy. I mean, you could call it divine love, you can call it anything you want, but it is the essential mysterious force of the feminine, out of which flows into all creation and is constantly flowing into creation. And this is what our wombs were, we were cut off from, basically, and has been suppressed. So, as we can consciously begin to re engage with that, first of all, that concept, and second of all, knowing that we can consciously repartner with this energy, we can consciously begin to work with this powerful feminine energy again from our organic mother. The reason I'm saying organic mother is I want to make a distinction between our true organic mother of the light, of the light and the dark. It's she's the source of all of creation, of everything. And I'm not talking about the inverted mother energies that we've been living on the third dimensional experience, where everything was inverted that came in. So, meaning the shadow, meaning all of that, all of the distorted energies, all of the miscreations that happened after the fall of humanity. So, we're at this very pivotal time that with Mother Divine, Mother Divine sending in these high frequency, plasma energies and diamond energies and all of that coming in, and it's all a huge divine plan along with Father Divine, with the Shiva energy, with the solar energies, that we are now coming at this time. We need to reawaken the powers of our womb, because all this energy that's coming in from the cosmos, well, first of all, we're the channel, right? We talk about we're the channel, we're the pillar of light through our bodies, right? Which includes our womb. Uh huh.
Can you just move your microphone away from your mouth a little bit?
Yep. Is it too close?
Yeah, it was too close. I was crackling at times, so I think it was just too close. See
Okay.
how that works.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we are being asked now by Mother Divine as her daughters. If we incarnated in a female body, we're made in her image, and we have a womb just like her womb, her galactic cosmic womb. And then our womb also connects to it. And the other important piece of this is that not only you have this direct connection that's opening between your womb and the galactic cosmic womb of our original mother, but you also, your womb, because you're here incarnated on the earth, is connected into Gaia's womb, her heart womb core. And so, what we can begin to do is we can begin to consciously work with opening up this channel within us, right? So, we talk about opening up our chakras, we talk about that. And so, what's happening to us is that we will also begin to include the womb in that pillar of light. So all of your chakras will eventually become fused is one chakra system, and there will be three flames, one in the pineal, one in the heart, and one in your womb center, that will begin to ignite this new way of being with this, just as you as a pillar of light, sound, and vibration, right? Your authentic soul song, moving and flowing through your body, that will be connected from the cosmic womb of Mother Divine and connected into the heart womb core of Gaia. So this is what we are being asked to open up this portal and this gateway fully now through the womb, which is the center of our creation. It is where we create. It is where our I am that I am, your higher self, wants to fully merge with the body. And we talk a lot about that. But within your womb center also holds the key to activating your divine blueprint in the physical. So, and if I'm going too fast, just stop me or ask me anything about that. But, so as women, our wombs have been shut down for eons of time. And within our wombs, we hold a lot of still unresolved trauma. We're holding our own personal trauma, we're holding collective trauma, we're holding ancestral trauma. And because really, when you look out into the outer world and you see the collective consciousness, well, that collective consciousness is a womb in itself that was created out of the third dimensional experience. It's still morphing and changing, you know, in each and every moment, right? And so we can impact that as light workers, as healers, as, whatever your word is. The way that we can bring balance to the planet, and this is how we bring back the balance. We bring back the divine feminine, anchoring the divine feminine first into our wombs, into our bodies. And then once we do that and we open that passageway again, we become conduits for the divine feminine, anchoring into our womb, because the womb is the anchoring point for your energy. If you flow your light and your love and your vibration down to the heart, which is part of what we're doing, but now we're being asked to carry it all the way through the body. And we're being asked to carry and anchor that within the womb so that we can activate these direct connections and portals and gateways to Mother Divine and to Earth Mother again. So the first thing is we just have to set an intention. We have to just set it as a priority that we first of all, we want to reconnect with our womb, because coming from, in our modern day society, if you really think about it, we haven't been trained to really think about our wombs, right? Unless you're on moon time, and maybe your moon time isn't that pleasant, maybe you have a lot of difficulty with your moon time, or the only other time we might think about our wombs is when we're birthing babies, or we're going through some sort of, a trauma, a disease, or if we've had a traumatic experience like a rape or sexual invasion or something like that, you know, or we're post menopause, then we really don't think about our wombs. And this was even my own experience where, or we've been trained to think of our womb as a little tiny organ, here's a little organ in the body, and oh yeah, that's my womb, So, and even in our culture today, when we had our first moon time, our first period, probably for most of us, we were like, our mothers told us maybe the birds and bees story, and then she handed us a box of tampons, whatever, it was like the moon time is used to be a very special rites of passage for us as women. And, but all of that has almost been forgotten and suppressed, including our own womb wisdom, as women. Uh, women's bodies actually came before men, before the male body. And you can see that in the X and Y chromosome. And so as women, we're very powerful shamans, but we can regain some of that shamanic power. We can regain, really our womb is our deepest intuitive center, Alara. And it's because she's been with you every single lifetime that you've ever birthed into anywhere in the cosmos. She's been with you. So she sort of like knows the all, if you will. And so, we're really being asked now to really come back to the womb and to begin to connect with our womb and partner with our womb, because just to give you an example of what this looks like, or what the potential of this is. Um, so as I said, about 4 years ago, well, more than that, 5 years ago, started my own womb journey with the Marys coming to me and beginning to reawaken within me my priestess, because I'm a red womb priestess. That's who I am. So beginning to remember the power of the womb, and our womb is actually meant to be a crystalline chalice. Okay, our womb is actually a receiver for this beautiful feminine power that I'm describing of unconditional love. Our wombs are meant to be those beautiful crystalline chalices to receive love, and then everything to come that comes through us as far as a creation, when we bring it through in a divine alignment with our feminine and masculine working together in that beautiful harmony and partnership, then we're birthing our creations through our womb chalice of love. And that's really what we're being asked to do in birthing, and how we're going to birth the new heaven on the new earth is we first have to bring through a pure womb. We have to heal and clear our own womb and make it as pure as possible. So we're not recreating the distortions and the programming of the past. So on my own journey, thinking about my womb and beginning to reconnect with her, and because it takes it's a courageous thing to do. This is very courageous work because our wombs have been the source of a lot of pain and suffering. And for many lifetimes, we still hold the programming, the trauma, we hold the sexual abuse, we hold the ancestral, the wars that we see going on. All of that was taken in by our wombs because our wombs are receivers. And we didn't consciously know we were taking in these energies. We didn't know that, or we didn't understand that. And so now, after the years of womb work, now I understand that in every moment that I can partner with my womb and partner with her in this new way of only consciously creating as much as I can in divine alignment to birth forward, creations for the highest good, right? For all of humanity. Um, and I came to understand and realize that my womb has actually been guiding me all along. So she's sort of been in the backdrop, perhaps, guiding you. You think, oh, my guides, and now I understand my womb is my entire life. So now I have this much broader, bigger understanding that in every moment, my womb is recreating my life in every moment. So now I understand my womb not as this tiny little organ, but as this beautiful, creative creatrix I am, creator. And womb.
So just really quick. So you just said, oh, my microphone, like thing. Anyways, you just said that how like we have our guides and we talk to our guides, or we're guided by our guides, so we can talk to our womb to guide us as well.
Absolutely. Yes,
And that.
absolutely. Yeah, because this is what was interesting on my own journey as a multisensory intuitive. I used to hear my guidance. It seemed like it was coming from out here. And then when I began my womb journey, because I was very clairaudient too, but it all began to shift and change as I became what I now call a full body oracle. So a full body oracle is where we're all headed. So in other words, as I began to bring my energy flow down past my heart, and I began to reconnect to my womb. And that means bringing my flow to my womb, filling my womb physically with my light, with my love, with my own divine, authentic signature. And then I began to work with my womb in this new way of partnering with her, asking for her guidance, asking for her wisdom, and also understanding that really that she is a direct portal to everything, to the galaxy, to the earth, to my akashic records, to my guides. And that actually now all my guidance, really comes through me, comes through my womb. It doesn't matter if it's an angel or an archangel or Mother Mary or Ascended Master, because now my point of reference, instead of being up here in the flow, is now a full body experience. And now I can go into the quantum fields of our womb, because your womb is where, she holds your superconscious and your conscious powers. That's why the womb work is so important, because now we can get to these layers, not just on the physical, but on the emotional, on the etheric, on the soul level. And we can begin to clear these really deep imprints that we've been carrying, because she is sort of like an akashic record. And she's been with you in every physical incarnation you've had. So just even setting a powerful intention that when you do a clearing, with your womb, that you can begin to clear on a permanent, you're clearing down to the root of the pain point, or the root of the very first experience, whether it was in this lifetime or previous lifetime. um, and you can begin to reset your womb, so that as you purify and dissolve the trauma, the miscreations, even other people's energies that really you took in unconsciously from toxic relationships, or um, from you know any kind of event, or any kind of anything that happened, really, then you're actually purifying, clearing, and dissolving your womb, and you're creating space. So the way that I like to describe it to my clients, my students, is, I said, you're completely um, resetting your Akashic records to a blank new space, a blank new journal, or however you want to think about that. And as you clear and cleanse your womb of all these distorted energies, these distorted, programming, right, that we see playing out in the world right now, even the program of war, then we can have a very powerful impact, and we can actually reverse this trend. We can reverse all of this, and that's really what we came for. Is now we're rediscovering this really powerful connection, through our womb, which is the creative center where miracles are actually created, according to Sri Kalaweshwar that I studied with. All miracles are created through the womb, and this was sort of the hidden power that's been suppressed for about 7,000 years, because mm, we weren't ready for this type of knowledge. But these practices, or certain chants and mantras and practices that were even, practiced by Yeshua, by Jesus and Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and others, they knew these practices. And this is how they were able to clear the chakras. They were able to open the gateways, and they were able to actually unlock the gateway through the womb into the cosmic womb of Mother Divine. And this is where they were able to really bring forth these, working with this, beautiful flow of divine feminine, mysterious flow that you can work with, is to create anything. But the catch is that, mm, we're not recreating the past, right? We're not here to recreate the past. We're here to create the heaven on earth experience. And so as these energies continue to come in from all these beautiful cosmic events, that more and more of these high frequencies, then we're continuing to work with these frequencies, um, not only with our five senses, but also through the power of our womb. And we can receive a divinely, inspired seed idea, for example, receive it into the pineal. We can bring it through the heart. We can filter it through our heart, and we can say, okay, does this feel good for me? Does this feel in alignment? Am I here to create this? Is this in alignment with my divine blueprint, my soul's purpose? Is it going to bring harmony and unity to the world? We ask those questions, so we consciously are in awareness. And then we can bring that seed and we can plant it into the galactic black light of our womb space. And we can then call in the energies, including the Shiva energies and the feminine energies, to work in harmony and balance, to birth forth this, this manifestation of this idea, and that's how we're going to birth the heaven on earth. So it's a very different process than how we learned it in modern society. It's and it also requires us to actually slow down. This has been the other part of the experience, is that where we're so programmed and conditioned to be productive and go, 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 do, all those things, right? Which only scatters our energy, by the way. But when we begin to reconnect with the power of our womb, and we can begin to partner with her again, and we can begin to tap into her womb's guidance, her wisdom, then we can really deepen into this new level of what I'm calling whole body intuition, and we can begin to ignite this pillar of light within us that then will ignite our light bodies, our aura, and I call it the womb body magical system. And so this is where we're headed. This is where we're going. And as women, we're ready for this. We've been preparing for this for thousands of years. We're just bringing back the ancient knowledge that we need. And as you do that, you become a very powerful creatrix,
Mhm.
and you become unstoppable. And Mother Mary wants me to share that. She wants everyone to hear this, because she says that there's still so much programming on the planet, and she said there's still so much distraction that will try to keep you from sitting still on the earth. And, really to hold this kind of power that wants to move through you and to direct that power means that we have to do the opposite of what we've been trained to do. We have to learn how to rest our bodies. We have to learn to slow down. We have to learn to sit on the earth, literally on Gaia, on Mother Earth.
Mhm.
And we have to learn to, you know, really entrain and work with this flow, entrain it and work with it in a very conscious, in the now, it in the now. So when you begin to do the womb work, you become very grounded in the now. That was one of the biggest gifts I received, is I was ungrounded for many, many years. And, my energy could be very scattered and up everywhere, whatever. And you develop a resiliency. So resilience is one of the keys that will carry you through these times and these challenges. Because if you try to develop resiliency just from your mind, let's say, you will not be able to do it. The mind is not going to be able to hold that type of power. The heart can hold more power. We know the heart is much more powerful than the mind. But what happens is, as you begin to do the womb work, is your womb becomes a fountain for your heart. And actually, the heart and womb are going to merge together. And as that happens on your journey, your heart will begin to expand into new levels of awareness, into the quantum field, um, and will become very powerful. So that
And
was
we need that power right now, right? We need to be able to create not more per se, but more of what we desire, more of that heaven on earth now, instead of waiting for somebody else will do it. Somebody else will do it. It's like, no, we have that power now. We can access that power now to do it ourselves, right? To create that ourselves. We are um uh not responsible per se, but we it comes down to our own individual responsibility for our lives as well as the collective. What are we here to do? How can we serve?
exactly. And we are in the age of Aquarius is about the age of the return of the divine feminine, right? The age of the divine feminine, the Christed. And so that's, kind of what we're being called to. If you feel the call within you, um, to begin to remember and awaken, really an ancient way. It's a very shamanic. These are very shamanic, simple practices. We work with frequencies of manifest light in these practices that are created out of the black light and that, powerful origin of life. We work with our breath. We work with our intention. And these are the tools. These are the tools that we work with, and we can completely change the DNA, the epigenetics. We can completely change. We can completely dissolve any shadow. We can completely dissolve the trauma. We can dissolve it all,
Mhm.
you know. And as we dissolve it from the womb, what happens is that you change the frequency that you're holding in your body. You change the frequency you're holding in your DNA, because we all have in our DNA the frequency of the fifth dimension, which is the frequency of divine love. It's already in there. It's already within you. And so what we want to do is we want to ignite that frequency of divine love as our new resonant um, frequency, so that everything that we're creating is in alignment with that frequency of love. And then that way, everything that's birthing through our womb is birthing in balance between the feminine and the masculine. Because
Right.
this is what was lost. This is what was shut off. That was shut down in our wombs, and our wombs are all but um, entangled
Mhm.
and deeply entangled with energies that were not love, that were not, you know. And so it's about disentangling, and Mother Mary has shared, we're untangling from actually even a false reality that's here, that humanity became very entangled with, or enslaved to. Our wombs have been, generators are the generator of I am power
Mhm.
and creativity, but our wombs have been usurped and tricked. We were tricked out of the power of our womb over time, and now all of this wants to be returned to us so that we can really liberate our womb. Which on the quantum world, what that looks like is that you are a fractal of energy.
Mhm.
Okay. And so it's about, as you reclaim, as you dissolve and clear and cleanse all the false imprints, the entanglements, the beliefs, the blocks, all the things we talk about, right? The distorted energies, you can begin to clear your womb. Well, as you clear your womb, you're able then to anchor in your own I am energy, your own authentic energies of love and light. Because this body temple, it's only meant for you and your sacred space. It's only meant for your energy. It's not meant for anyone else's energy. It's only meant for your energy. So, as we gave away our power, or we were duped out of giving our power away, or was usurped, or whatever happened, and here or there, we are now being called to come back to embody our wombs as the sacred holy of holies, which they are. The Holy Grail, uh, is not just the cup, it's your crystalline chalice, your divine feminine receiver for love.
Mhm.
And so, as we reclaim that as a fractal, we release all the entanglements with all these other people's energies and all these things, right? And we become a free spinning fractal again and that's where we regain our fullness. That's where we gain our wholeness. That's where we gain our joy, our satisfaction, because a lot of us have felt, void, right? How
Mhm.
many of us have felt void in our life, and we had to fill ourselves up with something else, whether it was food or shopping or an addiction, and it was because we weren't filled in our sacred holy vessel with our energy. Our energy
Mhm.
was out of our body. Our energy was over here or over there, or wherever. We left it. So part of these womb practices are very empowering, because you're really calling your energy back to your womb, the energy of you that belongs in your womb, the energy that belongs in your heart, the energy that belongs in your body. So it's really about coming home to the body as your sacred vessel,
Mhm.
and only inhabiting your, what I call, sacred song, your I am, your higher self.
Awesome, beautiful. And that's something that is exciting for all of us who are on the path to be more of who we truly are, be all of ourselves, right? and to embody all of our wisdom, all of our love, all of our healing, everything, to embody all of that, which makes us whole and complete instead of, only little bits and pieces, right? It's time for all of us to show up now and shine and serve and be whatever it is that we want to be. And being is creating that energy, the black light energy, is purely like not purely, but it's a creative force, right? And that is what has created everything, right? So we can now have access to that energy to create for ourselves and humanity and the planet as well.
Exactly. And it's about reharnessing that energy and reclaiming that energy in that flow. And that flow is, it is a vibrant flow of pure life force.
Mhm.
It's pure divine feminine life force. So with this energy and opening the gates within you and clearing your womb so that your womb becomes this beautiful gateway and portal and holder of the sacred feminine energy again, then it's going to put you in a position where you become a very powerful creator. And it isn't like you have to go out to the world and announce this or anything like that. It's not like
Yeah.
that, but it can be a very private thing where you begin to your womb begins to shine this light. Okay, you begin to shine this light through your womb and your heart, your pineal, and your body again. And this light grows and grows and grows. Like I said, it's like your womb becomes your whole life. It's shining into your whole life, this pure feminine frequency that we need right now. We need to anchor this onto the earth. I'm not going to use the word desperately, but it's important that we
Mhm.
recognize that in order to continue with the divine plan of merging heaven with earth, the womb is where we anchor all of this, is what I'm trying to say. It's where we anchor. If you just bring it to the heart, it won't have the same amount of power because you won't be complete in that flow. So to complete the flow and to you want to bring that power to the womb where the creations are automatically rebirthing through you at each and every moment. And until you clear, the imprints of, let's say war, the imprints of social conditioning, the imprints of, violence that we've all received and been subjected to, the mind control, the programming that we see going on. This is how we change the world. And this was the divine plan that divine mother has created for us to recognize and to really step in and say, well, what's my part in all this? What is it that I'm here to do? Um, and how am I to do it? And just to simply anchor this energy into your womb and begin to reclaim your womb space and begin to let this song and this light shine out to the world again by healing your womb, you will become a powerful creator and change agent. And believe me, people will notice. People notice my energy and they don't know what it is. But have you ever had the experience? I was just noticing, I was just noticing the other day, and you're in a store or wherever you're walking, and you know how someone just turns around and they stare at you and they're like, but they don't know what it is, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
That's what it is. And lately I've been noticing a lot of men look at me. They're like, uh, you know, but it's like, or people they go out of their way to be very nice to you, right? And that sort of like extra thing, right?
Hmm.
But, you know, and all of the work we've been doing has not been for naught. All of the work we've been doing is to prepare us for this next huge piece, Alara,
Hmm.
of preparing us to step powerfully into reclaiming our womb space, to really take hold of consciously working with the power of our womb in this feminine flow again in very conscious, clear, focused, intentional ways, right? And this is what we've all been prepared for. Um, and this is sort of the culmination point of our power, if you will. our goddess power. Again, I'll just say it. It's true. It's our goddess power. And because our bodies are, you see, women, our body is the nature. The feminine is the nature, the five elements. Okay. And everything in this earth is made up of the five elements. If we're missing one element, we can't exist. Everything would just disappear on the planet.
Right.
So, within us, we can work with the five elements, and we do what the womb workers were. We work with the water, we work with the air, we work with earth, we work with fire. Your womb is the cauldron to access all of these elements within you, including the fires of creation. um and you can begin to awaken that within you, to begin to work with those fires, to work with the fires of creation. I mean, you're going back to the cave of creation here, to the black light. You can't, in my experience or in my knowledge or my own, you can't experience anything more powerful. And with these practices, they were so powerful for me. Just to give an example, is I released thousands and thousands of cords that were coming in the back of my womb chakra a few
Mm-hmm.
years ago. These cords were going through my mother, and they were going into entities that were feeding off my light. Now, maybe you don't have had that experience, or maybe you don't believe in that experience. That's okay. The point is that most people on the planet don't realize they have cords in them. They don't realize that there are these, entities and other forces that are feeding off our light, literally feeding off our light, our resources, our energy, our money.
Mm-hmm.
And these beings, that were, part of the history of humanity, that came from another reality, and this is Mother Mary is talking, not me. Um, and humanity became very entangled. Okay, well, where did we become entangled? We became entangled through our wombs, and these entanglements with our wombs, with these other, uh, races, if you want to call them that came into the earth, because the earth, you see, Mother Earth is a very special place. This is a very special planet. This is not just like any other planet. Mother Earth is like the source, is she's like the hub of creation in herself. And and so a lot of beings want to come to this planet because we have the frequency of love, because we have the ability to create, and we have the ability of free will here. So this is a very special place, and many, because it's a free will planet, then there were beings that came here with not so high ideas, right? So we became entangled with this other reality, and in literally in our wombs we became entangled. And so that began to change the dynamics of how we were manifesting and creating through our wombs, and that's how things became out of balance. And that is how, our wombs are all but shut down to the gateways and grid lines of Mother Earth. This is how we were disconnected through the portals and the gateways back to Cosmic Mother's womb that was shut down. And that's where the suppression of the feminine flow began to really come to a very, very tiny, tiny stream, even through our umbilical cord.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, different things were put into place to keep us disconnected from this power, and for this power to be actually usurped off into, so these other beings could use this power. So that's what we're reclaiming. In the bigger picture of things, we are reclaiming, as humans, as divine humans, our ability to clear and cleanse our wombs so that we're not recreating the past. We're giving ourselves a pure, clean new slate. And so that only what comes through us, through our wombs, our lives, our bodies, our ideas, our inspirations, everything is lining up so that only uh, the creation of heaven can be birthed through us now. Really, it's really the birthing of heaven into the new earth that's happening. So, hope this is making sense.
Wow. Absolutely. And it's powerful. And that's the thing that we have to get is like, the powerful potential that's there for us to change our lives, create our lives, make a different impact on the planet in the new earth, like you're talking about, right? All of that is available, and that potential is available for us. Are we willing to access it? Are we willing to look at it? Are we willing to connect to it? Are we willing to do the work, right? The womb work. Do you want to take some questions? Because I forgot to mention, I know I forgot to mention at the beginning. We are going to take some live caller questions. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand, or you can type your question in the chat. And also, we are going to be doing a guided process today, as well, a healing activation meditation. Plus, we're going to be learning a simple healing womb practice today as well.
Right. Yeah, I'll share that as well. And if I could, before we get into questions, I just wanted to share that the power of this work, my own experience actually released me, Alara, from a toxic relationships between the empath and the narcissist. I call that sort of dynamic, that is a big energy on the planet, right? We see this playing out every day, and in our society, and through this work, through the womb work, I was able to change my whole frequency and in my body and being, and completely shift the trajectory of my life to where, now I don't, I'm not attracting, those type of toxic relationships anymore, those disrespectful relationships, those relationships of the narcissist trying to control the empath, right? And that was really the great gift of uh, I played in the dance. My mother was the primary person to play that role for me, but it was such a beautiful gift, right? That now, has allowed me to fully step into my power as a creator, and to be able to manifest, not manifest everything I want. It's not about that, but it's about being able to shift the trajectory of your life and to really change your life so that you're being able to experience life in a whole bodied way with more satisfaction, more happiness, more joy. You begin to attract new relationships of people who are respectful, who are honoring, that are not toxic, that are, this is, that is the direction, right? That's the proof in the pudding. When you can, you know, find, those experiences, those healing, those processes, that, to come together like that. This is just showing the power that these practices can have when you begin to really bring them in, and you can actually use them with other healing practices as well. You can combine them with other practices, but what I love about them is they're simple. Anyone can do them. We do, once you learn how to work with the tools, they're very shamanic in nature. Um, and, um, I just can't speak highly enough of the practices and how, I guess, important it is, that Mother Mary would like for me to emphasize the importance of how right now, the more we can ground into our bodies and our wombs, and ground to the earth, the more of a positive impact we can bring, and the more we can really shift through the dynamics that are playing out on the earth right now and really shift humanity. And I know that sounds like not pie in the sky, but it's like, really? Yeah, really, it's true. I mean, this is the power that we have to create that's been hidden from us.
And the thing is that, the transformation potential is possible, and it always starts with us, right? Everything always starts with us. So it is possible for us to transform and heal those wounds that may even have been hidden from us for so long because we didn't want to look at it, right?
Right.
Just, the programming was and is so deep that we couldn't even see it. right? And as we heal and transform ourselves, we heal and transform humanity and the world. It
Right.
happens automatically. So
It
that
happens
is possible.
automatically.
Yeah.
Happens automatically, and everything is becoming transparent. And that's how we know that we're impacting the world in a positive way, because everything is becoming transparent. If you're in a body right now, there's no there's no escape from, doing the shadow work wherever you are on the
Hmm.
spectrum. If you'll have to go out of body at some point. Everybody has to make a choice consciously or unconsciously, but we're all becoming all has to be made transparent to birth the heaven on earth, including in our own bodies. We have to
Hmm.
completely dissolve all the shadow. We
Yeah.
can't take any luggage with us to the fifth dimension. It won't go there. you know they won't allow it on that, including fear.
Yeah. So it
And
is a healing ourselves, transforming ourselves, letting go of our transforming and transmuting our baggage so that we can move forward. And at the same time, all of humanity can move forward and the planet can move forward. Right.
yes, absolutely. And the more I do this work on my own journey, the more I feel more power and more joy than I do fear.
Hmm.
And the more you get into that sort of flow and alignment of, oh wow, this is amazing. The more joy you feel, the more whole, the more full, the more happiness, then you realize I'm in the present moment. I'm creating more powerfully, more consciously, more clearly, and I don't have the fear. The fear is
Yeah.
dissolving.
Yeah. And fear is, yeah, stay out of fear the best you can and just stay into love and expansion and, not, I mean, it's not positivity per se, but in the present. If you're staying in the present, you're not going to be in fear. um so I had one question for you, Laura, that you talked about the black light, right? And is the
Mhm.
black light, is that the same as the void or different?
That's a good question. I guess some people might call it the void. They could call it. I call it the black light because it's sort of the black fertile
Hmm.
soil or space of the formlessness that
Hmm. Yeah.
became came first. It came before even sound, because the first thing that was created out of the black light or cosmic mother's womb was sound, and then from sound went out, and then manifest light, the
Hmm.
spectrums of light came out.
Yeah.
But some people may refer to it as the void.
Okay, I was just curious. All right, so it doesn't look like we have any hands raised, which is fine. I know sometimes when we ask questions, we get really vulnerable. Like we really go into that space of all our stuff comes up, and it's like it is quite, it takes courage to, like we talked about before, it takes courage to work with your womb and to really look at what is there, what is still there, right?
Yes.
So I know, so it's okay. I totally get it. But if so, I know we're going to do the two processes, or is it the one process is part of the other one?
um Well, I can share the process, a simple process. We can share that. It's pretty simple, just a few steps. I can share that experience, and then toward the end of the call, I can do the journey into the black light, which
Okay,
is
so why don't
a
you do that,
separate.
and then yeah. So let's share that little process first. Then we'll go to Jill, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Um, yeah. So let me bring that process up. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, Alara, because this work, it does take a lot of courage. All these practices do, all the healing that
Mhm.
we're doing, and the womb
Yeah.
is our wombs are very vulnerable. I mean, you think about our wombs, and it's a place where we have intimate connection with others. We carry a lot of deep wounding and pain of the past there. Our ancestral wounding is carried there. And, especially if you identify what I call a feminine mystic soul, which is what I am, which
Mhm.
means we've been in more, female bodies than male bodies. Um, and we, are on assignment from the mother. And we were the ones that were holding the torches of truth and light. It can be, it can be challenging.
Mhm.
So, but it's like anything else. You have such tremendous love and support from your womb, who's like, to me, like, I think of my womb like an ancient grandmother. There's so much love there. And what I love about these practices is that she never brings anything more than I can't handle.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't have to go and analyze anything. I just go and meditate with her. I can set an intention. She'll bring up what's ready, what's next to be
Mhm.
healed, what,
Right.
you know, and she knows what I can handle. She won't overwhelm me. She's very kind and very loving. It's a very sweet energy. Um, it's a very, I would say even sometimes blissful energy. But it's kind of like your
Nice.
your grandmother or your best friend.
Mhm. Awesome. Whew. I just, even you talking about that, it takes you into connecting with your womb, right here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that simple.
that
It can
simple.
be.
Yeah, it can be
Yeah.
that simple. So let's just go in with that energy and ask everyone to connect to that energy and just take a few breaths and just relax. And what I'm going to ask you to do is just take your hands, cupping them up to the sky, like a cup in a receiving position. Just take a moment to set a clear intention of what you want to clear or heal from your womb center. Maybe you want to clear something that, is a habit or a belief, or maybe it's a block you've been working with. Um, Maybe you are involved in a toxic relationship and you want to release that person's energies from your womb. Something not too big, but just take a moment to think about something you want to clear from or heal that you've been working with, and just connect with that through your heart and your womb. And then ask to receive into your hands a light or a crystal or a symbol that holds the exact frequency of light that is going to support the clearing and the healing of your intention. Take a minute to receive that. You might feel it or see it or know it. However, you connect with energy is fine. And then I want you to bring your hands to your womb, just placing them right below the belly button, right on top of the pubic bone. And I want you to just invite this light or this crystal to begin to move into your womb center. And invite this light or crystal and healing energy to begin to spiral deep into the center of your womb. Just ask it to fill your womb with this light and this healing, moving down into the cells of the womb, moving down into the subtle layers, moving in deep and wide, expanding this light through the womb, filling her with this healing light or frequency. And just invite this light into every aspect on the emotional level, the physical level, the mental level, and the etheric level. And invite this now to begin to clear and cleanse and just dissolve the block or the belief, the toxic energy. To simply just dissolve it away and to replace that with this light, allowing your womb to become brighter and brighter and brighter, and your womb to become lighter and lighter and lighter. And invite this light now, just noticing any shifts or images or insights or feeling. And allow that to work down all the way down into the DNA level, the RNA level, inviting it to open up the cells of your womb, washing through the fluids and the waters of the womb, clearing and cleansing on a permanent basis. And just affirm to yourself that your intention is to clear, being totally transformed and cleared now and for all time. That this clearing runs as deep and wide, clearing it all the way down to the root of the pain point, the original pain point, whether it was in this lifetime or a previous lifetime. And just affirming, it is done, it is done, it is done. And just breathe for a moment. And just noticing any shifts or how you feel, any changes or insights. Just slowly breathing and just allowing all that to settle and ground into your womb, your body, and your being. Bring your energy down to your feet, feeling grounded, safe, and secure. Taking a big breath in and just coming back when you're ready. And if you want to open up, I guess, for any sharing, Alara, or questions, or any sharing about the process or anything too.
Yeah. Wow. So how was that for all of you? I don't know what. I wasn't expecting anything. I don't know why, but I was always going with absolutely no expectations, and it was so weird. I asked for energy, or I received energy, and so as I put my hands on my womb, it's like my hands were on fire. My whole womb was on fire, and which I was not expecting at all. And it's like it was just, it made me feel like the energy was going deep, like you said, and clearing out. It was just healing and lighting up and lightening up the womb. It was amazing. I was surprised by the intensity of it, the power of it. So thank you. How was that for all of you? Let us know how that, short little process, wasn't very long, 5 minutes, not even. What did you experience and what did you get? 1 second. So Erin says, wonderful, thank you. That seems like something we could do often to clear and cleanse. For sure. Sherry says that was powerful. I'm still like, whoo, still on fire. Still burning up.
Yeah, and I'd like to share too, this came through in my womb class that I've been teaching. And Mother Gaia came in and she wanted me to share with my class to do all the practices outside on her or on the earth. She said to go out and as the days get warmer or wherever you are, to sit on the earth, to sit in a blanket with your womb connected to her womb and to do these practices with her, womb to womb. And this will actually even increase the power now of these practices. So that's a little tip there. But I'm excited for that, got to try them out myself. I mean, because normally I just do them in my, my home, my sanctuary.
Yeah.
And,
exactly.
But it's about the connection. It's about remembering the connection that's natural for us as women to Cosmic Mother and to Mother Gaia, to her womb. So you're connecting in womb to womb to womb.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Suzanne says, I came in a feeling of trust that it will work for what I asked for. Awesome. Yes, definitely have that feeling of trust. Emily says, that was amazing, Laura. Thank you. I would love to try it out in nature.
Yeah, try it in nature. Yeah.
As it gets warmer, wherever you are, definitely try it out. Yeah. I was just thinking that too. It's like, okay, I have a little courtyard, right? It's like I could put a blanket down, I could lie on it, but I know as soon as I go to lie down on it, the dogs will be right on top of me wondering, what am I doing?
They're like, hey, Mom, don't leave out.
Yeah, yeah, like, let's play. I better not talk too loud, otherwise they're gonna come in here and want to play. All right, so Jill, go ahead. You want to unmute yourself?
Hello, thank you.
Hi.
So, hi. So I wanted to tell you that I had a great experience with that too. I felt a lot of energy and saw a lot of great healing light. So I am very impressed that that was so fast and that I got so much out of it. That was very cool. So one of the things that you said was something about being present, which is always a thing for me. I'm always like ruminating and up there. And then grounding and becoming present is such a big thing for me. And unfortunately, being present, I think about this war all the time. And I'm just wondering if you've got any light to shed on womb creation and what to do during this awful time.
Yeah, thank you for your question. Well, first, just breathe and relax and just let yourself really rest into the arms and just imagine yourself being connected through the heart to the cosmic womb of Mother Divine into her black light. Just open up a portal of light, a golden shaft of light coming down from her cosmic womb, the cave of creation that nurtures you, that brings you love and happiness and pleasure in the body, life force. Let it come through your heart. See it moving as a vertical infinity symbol down now from your heart to your womb, and then from your womb down into the heart womb core of Mother Gaia. And just trust the connection again. Let yourself relax into that connection, into that flow. Ya shunu ne mulaka la kula ila kakala puka ina kakakashia kakakaya takakakakakakakakakakakakakakakakak. Uy na 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 shikuni na na mono na na. Hoy na 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 shuna na karina na uy na 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 shuy kakakari kakari kakari. Hoy na na kakururi shiki. Just relax and allow. Just let your whole body just go. Let all the tension go. Let all the stress go. You don't need to carry it. Let the emotion flow. Just let it go. Just release. You're under no obligation to carry those energies anymore. You're under no obligation. You have a birthright to be yourself fully in your own body without interference. And just gift yourself that beautiful boundary that it's okay for me to flow my energy and just my energy through my body and being. It's my authentic birthright, my sovereignty as a woman. And I respect and love that. And I honor that. And I allow that. I allow that. No one else gives you permission, dear. You give yourself permission. And you can do that. It's safe for you to do it. And you can do that. And you are totally 100% protected by Mother Mary, by Isis. She's in your field. She's telling you, it's time. You're okay. It's going to be okay. You're all right. You really are. So just breathe and allow. And let me know how you're doing.
Thank you. Besides feeling much calmer, even just some of the words you said, like boundaries, that's one of the big things I've been working on. And that it gives me a tool that when I am consumed with the things going on, that I can be concerned and still set a boundary. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Jill.
You're very
Good.
welcome.
All right, Cassandra, you want to unmute yourself?
Hi, I'm sorry. I got a new phone, so I was having problems trying to figure out how to get to this
That's
point.
okay. All good.
Thank you for taking my call. But hi, Laura.
Hi.
I was in the beginning. I was seeing this Native American woman sitting cross Indian style, um, working with the earth, which is when it was like, okay, connection is you said it was earth and yeah, earth. But then as I said a little longer when you guys start talking, I was seeing a goddess. And it wasn't me, but a female she was levitating, and the goddess was sending healing energy over the being's body, and then she turned her over and she was doing more. It was so surprising. It was because she was levitating versus how we lay on the table. So it was a lot of healing going on, and then I have to process this stuff to figure out what's going on. But I just wanted to share that it was a lot of healing from the other side, from I guess it was Mother Earth doing some changes in our body. Yeah, that's what's going on. So I want to share that, and thank you for that healing.
Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you for that share. Beautiful. You're really tapping into your higher self and through the quantum field very nicely and making some really beautiful connections there. Very powerfully, actually. Um, and thank you for that sharing. Cassandra's been in my womb classes um, as well. And yeah, this is the hidden power that we have, ladies. And it's safe to begin to take back this power of our wombs and heal our wombs of all the past, of the trauma, the suffering, the pain, the violations of our womb, the war, rape,
Mhm.
violence, all those things that have kept us, you know, it is not always, it's a journey that does take courage, but I will also share that it's also a journey that you're very well protected and loved, and with gentleness and kindness and love along the way, um, and very well taken care of along the journey. So,
Awesome.
it's time.
So thank
Yeah.
you, Cassandra. That was a beautiful vision that you saw and so much healing. I love that. That was so powerful. Sherry's asking a question in the chat. Is mistrust of our womb a mistrust of Divine Mother?
Yes. Yeah. It can be mistrust of Divine Mother because we've lived with the inverted mother, I call it, which is the false mother, because everything in the third dimension was really the underworld, and everything was like a mirror was flipped and inverted. The symbols have been inverted. Everything has been inverted. Even the mother was inverted because we were really cut off from the light and the flow of and the love of our organic mother, our true mother. Um, and so everything became inverted on the earth, and the mother of was very distorted. Became the creations that we created were very distorted and imbalanced because we were cut off from our original source of mother, and that's really what the plane of duality, right? The plane of duality, uh, with the two, opposing forces or seemingly opposing forces. But as we shift to the quantum, to the fifth dimension, uh, to heaven, right? That's the first layer of heaven. Then we move beyond that polarity,
Mhm.
and we move back into unity. We talk about, but we're moving back into a stream of pure love, and there is no fear, there is no inversion. It's all in balance. Everything has to be created as heaven merges with earth in a balanced way. And so that's why it's so important with this work that we clear the distorted feminine energies. We work with clearing those first, the distorted feminine, so we can anchor in the pure feminine, and then we can then invite in the masculine, and we can begin to clear the masculine distorted energies and bring the sacred masculine back, because he holds the structure.
Mhm.
The feminine can create on her own, the mother can create on her own, but she needs the masculine to create in balance, to create in a synchronicity and a harmony. they're
Yeah.
they're
She needs
meant to
that
work
form.
together.
She needs
She
to
needs
create
that
with
form.
form. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so everything that came through the distortions of the creations of the third dimension, and especially if you look today at our modern world, we're seeing the very bottom of the creation. If you look out in our world, it's all but, the soul has been lost. You don't, if you look out, most people don't even think about a soul. They
Mhm.
might be in religion, but that's not quite the same.
No,
And you look
definitely
at
not.
it and you're like, you look on the TV, what is on the TV? War, violence, sex, disrespect of women's bodies, disrespect of our wombs, disrespect of life. This
Mhm.
is a destructive energy. This is a destructive energy that does not honor life or the sacredness of life that we're seeing at the very crux of its creation, you know, uh, carried through the ego, the lower self, which I'm not saying is a negative, but it is continuing the imbalances of creation. And you look around, and every day, the only thing people are talking about are survival and money.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like, that has become the dominant energies in society. Well, what happened to goodwill? What happened to helping others? Or, you know, what
Yeah,
happened,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Where did all that go? Yeah, and we're bringing that back.
Exactly.
But that's all coming back now.
It's all coming back, and it's all coming back as we reclaim the sanctity of our womb power, which is the creative portal. It's where you create, it is your I am presence. Your I am is not just here and just here, but it's in your womb. And so you want to engage all three and bring them into beautiful alignment so that you can birth these creations of heaven that you're here to birth.
Mhm.
Whatever that is, it's waiting for you. It's in your divine blueprint that
And it's going to
sits
be
in the
different for everybody. So,
yes.
yeah,
Activate
awesome.
the garden of your womb, Mother Mary says.
Beautiful. Good question, Sherry. Thank you.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right, so I know we're going to do the guided process now, but before we do that, I want to talk about the packages that you have for us. So, is that okay,
Yeah,
Laura?
absolutely. Sure. Yeah.
They are available at alara.at/show/Laura3. And I'm going to share my screen in a second. One second. Share my screen. Share my screen. Share my screen. Share my screen. Okay, here we go. This screen. I want to share this screen. All right, can you all see that?
Can see it. Yes.
Yeah, so there's 3 packages, A, B, and C. Package A is 144, package B is 180, package C is 270. They are all available with 2 and 3 part payment plans, and you can also use the 24-hour special gift code from me, which is TACS10 to receive 10% off. All right, so package A is a 60-minute personal session with you, right, Laura?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Divine Feminine Womb Activation and Blessing session. So what is that all about?
Yeah. So that's basically where we meet for an hour for a private channeled womb blessing and activation. You can bring really any questions that you want to the session.
Mhm.
They're very highly unique, each session, and we'll address whatever questions you have or whatever your intention is for the session. So it can be a combination of different things, womb healing, light language healing, energy healing,
Mhm.
channel
Anything and everything.
anything, everything, channel guidance. I do work with the Marys around me,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
yeah. Mhm.
Awesome. So it's 60 minutes,
Uh-huh.
and there's bonus gifts. And these bonus gifts are with each package. So I'm going to only mention them once. I'm not going to mention each time, right? So there's 3
Mhm.
bonus gifts that are available for each package: a shamanic journey meditation into the galactic black light with Mary Magdalene, a pre-recorded live group healing audio call for releasing and transforming your anger, and a pre-recorded live group healing audio call for opening the 2022 Goddess Portal Liberation and Activation Ceremony. Wow, I'm sure that was powerful.
It was. It was very powerful.
Awesome. So all those again are available for package A. And then package B is the pre-recorded. I'm going to say that a couple of times in case people are confused, but it's pre-recorded. It's not live. A group womb healing empowerment retreat. And so this consists of 5 classes, right?
Right. 5 pre-recorded classes.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about that. And this is part of what you were talking about, the womb body magic, right? That you were talking about in the call.
Yeah, so this is a really fun class to get you started because we're focusing on working with the galactic black light in this particular 5-class series.
Mhm.
So we open up with what is sacred womb space and talking about your womb as a container receiver of masculine energy. We talk about your womb as a 0-point field, divine source of feminine creative, and then we start to activate the 5 pillars of the womb body magic.
Mhm.
I also have the 5 elemental practices in here for earth, air, water, fire, and sky. In class number 2, we talk about your 3 divine feminine portals, activating the pineal, the heart, and the womb power. So we talk about that and the true flow state, the theta, and how you access that.
Mhm.
Class number 3, we start healing your sacred feminine womb imprints. So we start working with healing your womb and restoring your womb powers. We talk about distorted feminine and healing those imprints in this class. And then class number 4, we start talking about restoring your sacred womb temple space to create feminine magic. And I teach you how to use your womb like a pendulum as an intuitive center, compass, and begin. It's an introduction to the black light. So we start working with the black light to begin to work with your as your true source of your feminine creatrix magical powers, and we start lifting off wounding, distorted energies, and trauma. We start doing some shadow clearing in that class. We do a sacred immersion journey into the magical womb space of the galactic black light, similar to what we're going to do today.
Mhm.
And then the last class, we talk about how your feminine creator and chalice are divine, and I actually teach you manifestation principles using the feminine and masculine principles and how to create and plant seeds of creation in your womb using the womb, the black light power, so you can begin to birth heaven into earth. So we talk about that. And there's a
Awesome.
yeah. So that's a really good, basic class you can use over and over. You can use all of these over and over.
Mhm.
Um,
And then the bonus gift again, and so that package B is available for 180, and then package C is a combination of package A and package B. So you get both the personal session plus the class in package C for 270 plus the bonuses.
mhm,
Right? Awesome. Yes.
correct.
Good. So just there's more to read, and there's so many wonderful testimonials on the page that you can all check out, look at, read, and find out more about both the sessions and the class as well. Okay, so again, these packages are available at alara.at/show/Laura3. All right, awesome. So now we want to, because the processes, the activations that Laura takes us through on these calls are always so powerful. So powerful. So let's go there. I'm just getting ready here. Are we ready to do that?
We're ready.
Awesome.
I'm ready when you are. So I'll just invite everyone to get comfortable. You can either be sitting, you can be lying down or sitting. I don't recommend standing up for this one. And I'll just invite you to begin to breathe. And we're going to be working with 3 powerful elements in this particular practice. We're going to be working with intention. And I have an intention I'm going to share with you that you can add to it if you'd like. So, intention, I want you to imagine that you are a magician, that you are a commander of the energy in your space. This is your energy, this is your body, this is your holy temple, okay? Your holy womb. And so your intention and attention define the experience and the outcome of your experience. So I want you to bring all those elements together. You're a powerful creator. Okay. And then the magic of light, we're going to be working with this frequency the black light I talked about from the cave of creation itself through the cosmic mother or organic cosmic mother. It's one of the most mysterious and powerful forces in the universe, the essence of feminine energy and power. And we're working together as a community in this beautiful sacred womb and sanctuary that Alara has set up for us. And you're one of the many women rediscovering the secrets of black light, which is really your in a way your home, where you can self source and resource your true power. Okay. So now just begin to connect with your womb, placing your hands over your womb. I want you to first just make that physical connection, becoming aware of your womb. As you do that, you're beginning to draw down the flow of love and light through you, opening your crown, opening your chakras, breathing, and just relaxing your body. Just telling your body you're safe. It's okay to be fully relaxed and receive. Asking your womb now to begin to drink in liquid light of your breath. So just begin to breathe in liquid light, breathing it in, filling your lungs with liquid light. And on the exhale, exhaling out a cascade of liquid light. On the exhale, slowly exhaling that liquid light down the center of the body, filling your womb. And just begin to envision this or feel this and continue to just breathe in liquid light, pure liquid light. And exhaling that liquid light, cascading it down through the body, down into the womb, filling your womb so that your womb is now completely filled with this love light frequency and song of you, your authentic soul signature and frequency first. And just connecting. Keep breathing and relaxing, allowing any tension to release in the body that you notice. Continuing to let your womb drink in as much liquid light as she needs and wants. There's an infinite supply of this liquid light. There's no end to it. And now I'm going to bring in our healing intention statement. And you can just repeat this to yourself or connect with the energy. My healing intention is to enter into the black light of my womb, to wash away all unnecessary layers of myself in order to connect with my inner divine creatrix, the true essence of my true being, my authentic self, my goddess self. So just breathe and align with that beautiful intention. And as you do, continue to flow the energy down to your hands, bringing your awareness just below your hands. I want you to now begin to enter into the center of your womb. Begin to imagine your womb as a galaxy or a star system. Begin to see black space and stars begin to literally expand out from the center of your womb. Continue to breathe. And now begin to journey into this galactic space deep within your womb center. Seeing black space and stars all around you, you begin to spiral in. It's almost like there's something pulling you, like a magnetic field or beam, pulling you into the center of your womb, into this beautiful galactic space and light. Continue to journey all the way into the center of your womb. As you do, you may notice beautiful blue or purple or even green, iridescent, velvety black light. You may notice other colors or sparkles. Keep spiraling in until you come to the very center of this beautiful black light. You will know when you are there at the center because you will stop traveling. As you come to the center, ask for a beautiful golden fountain to appear in front of you. This golden fountain is releasing infinite streams of black light. Begin to pull this black light into your womb space. You can even begin to dip your hands into this light and begin to pour this beautiful black light into your body, allowing your womb and your body to drink in as much of this black light as you wish. Invite this black light now to move into any part of your body and being that you feel needs healing, that needs restoring, that needs this vital, fresh, nourishing, feminine energy. You can even begin to drink this black light, allowing it to move through the waters of the body, clearing and cleansing out, washing away energies that are not yours, energies that are inauthentic to your energy divine blueprint. You can begin to invite this black light into any part of your body, including your womb, filling your womb and expanding this black light out into the body fields. Through your own command of your own I am presence, begin to work with this black light. Begin to program this black light and instruct it to begin to wash away layers of illusions and Maya, shadow energies, and energies that are no longer serving you or covering up and hiding your true authentic Goddess self. Know that it's safe for you to let go of these layers now, and that you are completely held and surrounded by waves of pure love light in the soundless void of the Cosmic Mother's black light womb. Continue to bring in this energy, continue to work with it. Command this black light energy to release any old limiting ideas that you might be carrying around about yourself. You can now release even roles that you've taken on and you no longer wish to play those roles. Just ask the black light now to completely wash away and dissolve the old role so you can step firmly into a new one. Bring in the black light to wash away any attachments to things, to people, to habits, to illusions that no longer serve you or that you're completely ready to let go of. Attachments to even jobs or careers or homes or places or locations, to anything at all. You can also use this black light and command it to completely wash out toxic energies that you may be holding on to. Any abuse patterns that you may be working with that you're ready to release. Any disease within the body or the womb. You can also ask this black light and command it now to wash away any ancestral patterns that perhaps have been playing out in your life that you're ready to completely dissolve and purify from your womb so they stop getting created. You can also wash out synthetic sounds, sounds of distractions, or anything that is keeping you from being grounded fully in your body. You can ask for those energies to be dissolved. Any cords or attachments or hooks that may be keeping you entangled or bound with an unhealthy relationship, one that is toxic or not honoring of you and your life. It could be at work, or it could be a family member or a friend. You can go ahead now and just work with this black light, commanding it to dissolve completely. Those hooks, those cords, those agreements, those contracts. And that you have the power to set yourself free. You have the power because you're the creator of your life. You at any time can create a new life. And you can liberate yourself into this new life. Continue to work with the black light waters. Continue to wash over you, to drink into you, taking in as much as you want and need. Begin to invite this black light, this pure feminine creative force and power, to now move down deep into the cellular structure of your body, washing away, dissolving away any repressed memories and emotions that you're holding on to, washing through the DNA and the RNA, washing through the particles and the subparticles and the subparticles and the subparticles, washing away even through the protons, the neutrons, the electrons, helping to reshape and to dissolve anything that is not in a perfect alignment with your divine feminine and masculine blueprint. Just see all of those energies now dissolving away. As you do, begin to see the cells in the body. Begin to see the DNA unraveling. Begin to see golden streams of your true essence emerging and illuminating your womb, illuminating your female reproductive system, setting her free so that you can become and be that beautiful divine creator, feminine creatrix right now, and that you hold and possess the power to do so and the authority. And now just ask for anything else that's not serving your highest good to be washed away, to be cleared and cleansed, dissolved and purified from the womb, the female reproductive system, from the body fields, from the cells, the DNA, the RNA, from anywhere in this beautiful body matrix, completely letting it go with honor and with respect and appreciation for all the experiences of learning and growing your deep wisdom. And now you are fully ready to step into your truth again. You're ready to become fully empowered again, in perfect harmony and balance, as a divine human, as a beautiful goddess. And so now begin to let your inner divine creatrix, that inner sacred woman, emerge from the black light. She may be a woman who becomes visible to you, or you might just have a knowing. You might hear her voice. You might just have a feeling. You might just feel a connection within you or her presence. Just now take a moment to be in the presence of your beautiful inner divine creatrix, your inner goddess. Feel the energy of your true self in this space. And now notice if there are any messages or insights or even emotional signals coming in for you from her. Take a moment to ask her for a gift or a symbol, if it is appropriate. And take a moment to receive a message, a gift, an inspiration, a symbol for your journey ahead, to help you to begin to regain and liberate your womb and the powers, the creative powers and miracles that you hold within your womb. Your womb holds the magic and is the magic. It holds the highest truth of creation. It holds the sacred codes of light to creation. And Divine Mother has entrusted these codes of light to you. And she asks you now to begin to open your heart and to begin to allow these beautiful light codes to come through you, to begin to birth through your womb, to birth forward the new heaven and the new earth into this creation now. And so now just think of your womb as a treasure chest, a beautiful treasure chest that you can reach in, and that you have all the divine tools, the gifts, the wisdom, and the truth. Your womb allows you access to everything that is divine. And now take a moment to receive a beautiful magical lipstick. This beautiful magical lipstick, receive that on your lips, whatever color it is, whatever fragrance it is. And now ask for that to now be activated. Ask for the divine feminine to flow through you. And that every word that you speak with love. You speak with the full, beautiful force and energy of the feminine. Feel this now opening, expanding your heart and your womb. And that every word and every action and every choice and every thought and every part of creation that you can now bring forth with this beautiful feminine source that comes from the cosmic womb, the black light, the cosmic cave of creation, and that you are being given full access to that today, and that your womb and your lips are now connected and activated to work together so that every word that you speak is with the divine feminine truth and in power for the highest good for you and everyone. So breathing in and breathing out. Now beginning to thank your inner divine creatrix for the gift. And now just begin to embrace her energy, opening your arms, your heart, and your womb. Inviting her energy now to enter into your body, into the cellular level of your body fields. Begin to notice how this feels in your body, inviting her to fully merge, to fully become active as your divine source of divine sovereignty and power. Begin to feel that connection coming back into full force, the synergy, the cohesiveness, the alignment with your pineal, your heart, and your womb. And now taking a moment to just thank your divine creatrix for making herself known, for the gifts and the messages, the healing and inspiration today. And let's take a moment to thank our beautiful, beautiful, divine, feminine, cosmic mother who birthed us into creation with love and light and beauty, and breathing that into every cell of our body, awakening and remembering and allowing ourselves to move forward, honoring our bodies and our wombs, our minds and our hearts with respect and love in every moment to this really divine truth that you deserve. You deserve to be more loved. You deserve to be happy and whole. You deserve to walk this earth in grace as a beautiful woman. You deserve to receive pleasure and happiness. You deserve all the gifts of the mother and the mother has for you. And just open your body, your heart, and your mind and your life to say, yes, I now receive all these beautiful feminine gifts into my life, fully restoring the beauty, the power, and the love of my womb, my female reproductive system, my life. And I bring all of this forward into my life now. And so be it, and so it is. And so begin to see your womb as a beautiful feminine sun, just becoming aware of your breath once more, allowing that beautiful breath and light to fill your womb, filling her 360 degrees, allowing your beautiful light to shine forth now into the world, birthing love and light, peace and harmony and beauty, and whatever is your heart's desires for the highest good for you and everyone. And breathing that in and bringing all the energy down to your feet, feeling grounded and safe and supported and whole and present. And just begin to come back when you're ready and begin to spiral out of the center of your womb, bringing back the feeling, the knowledge, the truth, and the healing. And we're now asking that all of that stay with you permanently. We ask for your higher self to continue to work with that energy, anchoring it deep into your body and body fields, bringing you more happiness, more bliss, more pleasure, more healing, more goodness. And so it is. Just beginning to make our way back.
Wow, thank you. Again, another powerful process. I can't talk. How is everybody doing after this? You might be slowly coming back as well. I'm not quite here yet. I'm still slowly coming back. So just, keep breathing, keep focusing on being in your body, being in your seat, being in your room, wiggle your toes and fingers. Drink some water or something if you have. I don't know what goes on with my throat in these calls. It just starts to go. I start to lose my voice. It's like, oh.
Yeah, lots of water is good.
Yeah, exactly. Whew. All right. How is that for you, Laura?
It was deep. It was deep and expansive, and I could feel myself in the center of my womb.
Yeah.
Yeah, very expansive, and almost I could see also everyone lifting up to a next level. Going up to the next tier on ascension. That was happening as well, and alignment between our lips and our voice, our words, and the
Mm-hmm.
womb. There is a connection between the throat chakra and the womb, and a lot of us have been working on throat chakra. There's connection between the pineal or the third eye in the womb too. These are important connections that you may be able to that are coming online and being sort of hooked up again.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
they keep showing me a lot. They talk about the reconnection of the dots, and the reconnection of the dots is like the quantum. It's like the quantum design of, it's like the octahedron, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
It's where the Merkaba spin inside the octahedron and the divine template, and we're being reconnected, like all the dots are being reconnected
Yeah.
within us. So it's like the non-localized particles are coming into or becoming the localized particles of the divine blueprint being restored within us, or something like that.
I like what
It's
Sherry said. Holy deep.
holy deep. Yeah.
Suzanne said, I liked it, but I had difficulty with the word black light. Hard to imagine.
Yeah.
Totally
Okay.
understandable.
Yeah.
Totally
So
understandable. Go ahead.
you don't have to use black light. You can think of it as like soil of the earth. Like some people think of it like the soils of the earth you plant seeds in or something like that. You can think of it as just a watery sort of substance. You know, as long as you connect with the energy, that's the main thing. However you want to visualize it or whatever word works for you, that's totally
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for me, like Suzanne, I like to think of it as creation energy, you know, it's like mother's creation energy force, like, you know, it's dark, but it's like before it births anything, you know, like it's a dark energy, but it's full of potentiality. And then it creates sound, and then from the sound it creates light, and then from every, you know, so it's creation energy. That's how I like to look at it. But for me, of course, you know, I saw the black light, yes, but for me, it's always like little sparkles of light in there. I just, because I'm a sparkly type of person. I'm a sparkly type of person, so I like, you know, I still saw little sparkles of light within the black light. So there were shades of black, you know, so if that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, it is what it is, right? So you just imagine it the best you can. If you can't, just imagine it as creative potential energy, source of creation. No thing, 0 point for sure. Yeah, and that's it's that formlessness, you know, and before form was created.
Yeah.
It's a
The main
powerful
thing
energy. Go ahead.
The main thing is just to set the intention to connect with it and let that connection come to you, whatever is natural and appropriate for you. So, for example, the very first time I did it, my black dragon came to me in there, and I'm like, oh, there's my dragon, you know. So it could be something different for you as you do the practice. Just let it sort of come to you and what's true for you and what you resonate with. You know what I mean? These are just sort of
Yeah.
guideposts.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
what does creative potential energy feel like for you? You know, so just focus on that.
You know,
Awesome. Whew.
or just
I'm
think of
still
going out
perceiving.
into the galaxy, into the star system. You
Yeah.
know, as another way you can do it too.
Yeah. And I drank some of the water is what I did. And I felt it going within. And then I love the lipstick part.
You like that?
I do, because I like lipstick. And so my lipstick was, you know, like a berry-ish color, but it had within it sparkles, gold and silver sparkles, you know, so it's fun, you know, energy for me. And joyful energy for me. So I like that.
Cool. I like that too. I like all that. We need more fun, you know. See that we need to bring a lot of fun and lightness and play into all of that, and
Yeah, it doesn't
that's
have to
the
be serious, you know.
exactly. And we're ask, you know, as we can really reconnect to our wombs, it's very much about the play and the light of the it, you know,
Yeah,
the divine child. We didn't talk about the divine child, but that's what's really being birthed in your womb as your I am creator. So, you know, play
awesome.
in the garden of your womb, you know,
Yeah,
go into the garden of your womb and play there, you know, and create, you know.
exactly. And so, you know, like, you know, create from joy, right? So create from
Yeah.
lightness, create from fun, create from play, not from seriousness. That's not gonna be
Yeah.
that much fun.
Yep.
Anyways, if you like that, I mean, like, we always love the processes you bring in, Laura, and all the wisdom you bring in. If you like that and you want to work with Laura more, definitely check out the packages, get the personal session with Laura. I've told you before that the personal sessions with Laura are amazing, mind-blowing. Just can't even describe. And anything is possible. Like, you bring whatever you want to bring, but your guides and the angels and your team is going to bring what really needs to come through, right? So
Yes.
do that. I highly recommend the personal session. It's 60 minutes for 144, whatever, right? And then the class, 5-part class, also, you know, that'll be really transformative. Or you can get package C, which is both personal session and the 5-part class. The 5-part class, again, is pre-recorded, okay? Plus you get all the bonuses as well. So there's so much in these packages. Please, please, please do take advantage of them. And know that, you know, anything is possible. Transformation for you is possible, and it doesn't have to be difficult. Transformation is not a struggle anymore, right?
Right.
It can be, but it doesn't have to be, right? So what would it take for you to really tap into that womb energy, the womb center, and work with it to create, you know, the next best thing for you with ease and grace, right? With ease and grace. It doesn't have to be difficult. So I love that. So the potential is there for you to create whatever you want. And that it's a really important time right now for us to really start to create consciously, not just, you know, automatic pilot from before and what we've done before or what other people have done, but what you truly want and need, and what the collective needs, and what humanity needs, and what the planet needs right now. So really tune into that and know that, you know, we worry about humanity, we worry about the planet, we worry about everything that's going on. But at the same time, transformation is possible with each and every one of us, and it starts with us. As we start to transform, as we start to expand, as we start to be more conscious and be more aware, everything else on the planet starts to change as well. So know that, you know, every little thing that you do is making a difference.
Yeah, and if I could add to that, beautiful, is we're creating the new womb of the world. We're creating the new earth is a new womb. Everything is birthing through the wombs of us to create the new earth, a new heaven. And so when you're doing these practices, even if you're doing it at home or you're doing them with a group, you're joining this collective of women that's a global um group of women that are doing these practices together, and you're syncing up with that energy, and you're syncing up with all the wisdom in the shamans. So there's a huge collective energy, womb energy, already being built right now. And that's one of the things that my guides have told me: don't even look back.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look back at all, look forward. We need to look forward and stay very focused on creating, stepping into these creator roles as powerful goddesses and creators from Divine Mother. And they're telling me, don't even look back. You know, it's like the person that looked back in the Bible and she turned to stone.
Mm.
Don't look back. And that's
Don't
a
look
really
back.
big message coming through in my work, and even to some clients. They say completely let go of that and focus all your energy on creating the new earth.
There you go. Keep moving forward. Keep
Moving
creating,
forward.
looking forward. Yeah.
And
I
we
love
got to
that.
stay very focused on that. And I encourage you to do that. And I encourage you, if you have trouble with grounding or being present or boundaries, this is a great beginner course for that. Um, the womb work brought me to a whole new level of being in my body and grounding. I'm so super grateful for, because I would not want to be going through these times right
Mhm.
now the way I used to be. And you become so much more in the flow of your body, in becoming the divine human, anchoring that in, that you begin to realize, oh, I want more power, more light, and more light. I don't want to be in fear anymore, because the fear is
Mhm.
dissolving. It's a wonderful space and place to be in that position of power like that. And
Yeah.
it's not an ego power. It's not like that at all. This is very different. This is very much coming from your higher self. And it's very, very different, because you feel the balance within of the feminine and the masculine that you're also working on balancing. So it's just really anchoring the energy into the body now, and into the womb as the anchoring point.
Yeah, and we create through the body. We don't create through our
Right.
mind. We create through
No.
our body. So we have to anchor in these
Yep.
energies into our body, and then, into the planet, so that
Right.
it's, more people can access it as well.
Everything
Energy.
enters this physical womb through everything comes in this earth through a womb. Just like you came in through your mother's womb, and your children came through your womb. And so as women, this is the gift of miracles. Our wombs will be doing birthing the miracles
Mhm.
that are coming.
Powerful.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. That was so
Thank you.
powerful. Powerful conversation, powerful wisdom, powerful processes, right? So I'm so impressed with how much we were able to create today. Even this was a creation, right?
Yes, yes, it was. And it's put out into the ethers and put into the world, and there's many ripple effects going out too. I felt that earlier. I forgot to say that, but that's going out. So thank you all for co-creating today with your love, your courage, your power, and thank you for all you're doing. I mean, everyone on here needs to be honored and blessed. And Mother
Yeah.
Mary has shared with me that we are receiving the fruits of our wombs. She's sharing with me right now that the fruits of all the work and the labors we've done are going to be birthed through our wombs, and we are birthing these into the new world. So we have a lot of beautiful things to look forward to. So please stay in
Yeah.
that energy, stay with that. That's the truth. Don't listen
Yeah.
to the other,
Stuff.
little distracting little things out there, because they're going away. They're going
But
bye-bye.
but we can send our blessings to all of that stuff that's
We
happening,
can. Yeah, absolutely.
for
We honor
sure.
it. We
Yeah.
honor it all because it's still part of the divine plan. We honor it
Yeah.
all. We
But
respect
just
it all.
don't focus
Yeah.
on it and don't get distracted by it. So
Yeah.
instead, so if you'd like to learn more, again, let me just tell you what the link is. The packages for Laura are available at alara.at/show/Laura3. So please do take advantage of them. Take advantage of the 10% gift code, TACS10. Take advantage of the 2 and 3 part payment plans that are available as well. And yeah, just be ready to transform, be ready to create what is birthing through you. Okay. So again, thank you, Laura.
Yeah,
Thank you for all the
you.
questions.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for co-creating with us, for sharing your energies with us, for being willing to receive, being willing to show up. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
And whew, that was a lot. Until next time, may you
Okay.
continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all so much love and blessings always.
Lots of love, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye for now.
Bye.